Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Sejanus, his fall, and we get to hear from Arruntius again today in Act 4, Scene 5. Now, things are not going well for Arruntius and Agrippina's crew. Silius killed himself rather than be sentenced at trial, and Cordio was thrown in jail to be sentenced later, and Sabinus was just recently set up. He was tricked into saying some potentially treasonous things, and he has apparently also been executed because earlier in this scene, we hear from Lepidus that he saw Sabinus' body thrown into the river and his dog jumped in and drowned after him. So in this particular scene, Arruntius started out sort of wailing at the gods, saying, how can you have let things get this bad? But then Lepidus came in and had this news, and the two of them are chatting a little bit about how, this really isn't safe where they are. They don't know who they can trust or who they can talk to or anything. And Arruntius had asked Lepidus, how are you navigating all of this? We're the only ones left out of our group. How are you managing that? And Lepidus responded that basically he keeps his head down and doesn't talk to anybody and doesn't go outside. And those are his arts that he employs in order to stay alive and avoid all of the worst of this. Because Arruntius had said, what arts are you using? So he's like, these are my arts. And then Arruntius responds by saying, I would begin to study them if I thought they would secure me. May I pray to Jove in secret and be safe? Aye, or aloud with open wishes, so I do not mention Tiberius or Sejanus. Yes, I must, if I speak out. 'Tis hard that. May I think and not be racked? What danger is't to dream, talk in one's sleep, or cough? Who knows the law? May I shake my head without a comment, say, it rains, or it holds up, and not be thrown upon the Geminies? These now are things whereon men's fortune, yea, their faith depends. Nothing hath privilege gainst the violent ear, no place, no day, no hour we see is free. Not our religious and most sacred times from some one kind of cruelty. All matter, nay, all occasion pleaseth. Madmen's rage, the idleness of drunkards, women's nothing, jesters' simplicity, all is good that can be catched at. Nor is now the event of any person or for any crime to be expected, for 'tis always one. Death with some little difference of place or time. What's this? Prince Nero guarded? So most of this is Arruntius still just sort of railing on the times. He's like, okay, because Lepidus had just said, I basically keep my head down and I stay inside and I don't talk to anybody. But Arruntius is aware of how many spies Sejanus has all over the place. So he's like, okay, am I allowed to pray? Or are they going to catch me for things that I pray for? Or can I rant about things as long as I don't mention the two of them? Or am I allowed to think? Are they going to know what my thoughts are? And are they going to arrest me for that? What about the things that I dream about while I'm sleeping? Are they going to get it? Nobody knows what the rules of this game are at the moment. Am I allowed to state facts? Am I allowed to shake my head without being executed for it? He's like, there is nowhere that we can go that is safe, not a time of day, not a physical location. He's like, we can be at religious services and they can come and get us for anything or for nothing. He's like, there's nowhere safe to go. And my guess is that he would have continued to rant a little bit longer, but Prince Nero comes in under arrest, essentially. He's being guarded and escorted down the road. And Prince Nero is one of Agrippina's sons who's in line to become emperor. So they're like, what? Prince Nero is coming through guarded? And the guards say, you know, like, keep it moving, keep it moving. And Nero sees the two of them and he's like, farewell, my friends, stay safe, don't worry too much about me. And then they sort of keep going. But then the guard Laco stays behind a little bit because he's been a bit of a spy for the Agrippina group. So he stays behind and he chats with Arruntius and Lepidus, and he tells them that Nero has been banished to Pontia for treason, Drusus is in prison in the palace for treason, and Agrippina is confined to Pandataria for treason. So of course Arruntius is outraged by all of this, and Lepidus is like, you know, this is a really strange change of allegiance that people are just sort of letting this happen, because just a couple of days ago they would have said something to the emperor in defense of the heirs to the throne kind of thing, and now they're just letting it happen. This is weird. And Arruntius jumps on and he's like, shh, be careful what you say, be careful what you say, because Sejanus has spies everywhere, surely he can hear us. So Arruntius thanks Laco for the information and is like, okay, you better keep going. Thank you for being a spy for us, blah, 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 blah. So Laco and the rest of everybody leave. So we're back to just Arruntius and Lepidus on the stage. And of course, Arruntius is not done, even though he's telling Lepidus to be quiet because he's sure that Sejanus can overhear. He's not done ranting himself. So we will get to hear another monologue from him tomorrow. I'll see you then for that. Mwah.